Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. I'm here with another Ethereum Classic update video. If you haven't already seen my previous videos on Ethereum Classic, I'm going to link them in the bio below. Also guys, I have launched a Finpact Patreon. I've linked it in the bio below. I post everything that I buy in real time, what I buy, when I buy it. I do financial analysis and I share my financial analysis with you. It will have everything from crypto, stocks, what is happening in real time, especially given a lot of it is time sensitive information and is information that I can't tell you straight away on my YouTube. I do try my best to tell you quickly on my YouTube, but some of these trades are quite time sensitive. Also, my financial literacy background is explained in my Patreon, but I have studied at some top institutions and I've studied accounting and finance, and I've worked in the financial industry for quite some time now. I worked at some leading investment banks, so I'm collecting all the information and all the experience I have learnt in working in these places and how to view the stock market and investments, and I'm bringing that to you guys. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I just share my experiences and my opinions and just what I've learned throughout my years in the financial industry. It would make me so happy to be able to help you in your financial journey, but also it would help support this channel so that I can continue making free content on my YouTube for you guys. So let's begin and go into Ethereum Classic. Now, we know that cryptos are all risky. However, Ethereum Classic is riskier, especially riskier than Ethereum. However, the potential upside that Ethereum Classic has is a lot greater. This article from Investor Place has said that Ethereum Classic is risky, but it might be better than Ethereum. And this is because it is a cheaper way to buy Ethereum, something that is offering pretty much the same as Ethereum. However, it is actually stemmed from Ethereum, just it hasn't gotten that same media coverage, that mass institutional awareness, and the whales have been, everyone here is Ethereum Bitcoin, but Ethereum Classic actually stemmed from Ethereum, and it has some collaboration with things like Mantis.io, which is run by IOHK, whose founder is my favorite, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of ADA, Cardano. So Ethereum Classic has a great team helping it, collaborating with it, and it has the principle of code is law. So it definitely drills down and focuses on the fundamentals, and it is addressing all the problems that it saw before Ethereum and Ethereum Classic split during those hard forks. So let's go into the price, let's go into what's happening in the overall crypto market and where we think Ethereum Classic's price is going to head. Remember, a lot of what happens in the crypto market is going to determine what happens to most of the major altcoin prices. So Ethereum Classic's success will be largely influenced by Bitcoin and Ethereum doing well and us continuing in this bull market. Now, I think we are entering a bit of a quiet phase in the overall crypto market with coins no longer overheating in their prices, no longer some crazy rallies. A lot of them are consolidating and trading sideways and have been quite stagnant, if not going downwards. Now let's have a look at the overall crypto market very quickly before we go into that article, just so I can explain why I think Ethereum Classic is a fantastic investment for the long term. So overall, looking at the crypto market, we did see that Bitcoin did test that $40,000 range. As you can see, it tested it around here and we saw a correction, and unfortunately it has moved slightly to the downside, even though it's up 3.23% in the last 7 days, which in crypto world is not very high, but it's still positive that it's in the green in the last 7 days. The rest of the alts mainly in the red. So let's have a quick look at Ethereum Classic's price. So the current price is $54.92. And we saw this crazy rally to $177 at its highest. I think that was its all-time, the all-time high was $177. This was when all the alts were popping and rallying to the upside. However, obviously we saw the China FUD news, the Elon Musk tweets, the market going absolutely crazy, and then we saw a huge price collapse to this low point here, and we are actually trading towards the downside. I want to quickly show you another chart to show you that I don't think this is over. If you look at here, around 2017 we saw the market rally, and then we saw the highs we saw in 2018. Also, there was less confidence in Ethereum Classic during that point of time because of the security concerns, which have largely been addressed by Ethereum Classic moving to the KCheck 256 hash function. So I will go into that later. But we saw the rally, and then we saw, we entered a bear market for a few years, until we saw the next Bitcoin halving, and then we saw a rally here. Now, if this bull market is not over, absolutely, this could be just a temporary correction, and then we head back to the upside. However, be prepared. If this is the end of the bull market, if we do enter a bear market for another few months, or even a year or so, don't be alarmed, because cryptos are here to stay. And I think that Ethereum Classic's next uptick in price, if it does not happen in this cycle, in the next cycle, will be absolutely monumental. I really do believe we can see prices in the $500 level, maybe even the $1,000 level. It will all depend on when this bull market ends. I do think it's highly possible in the next bull market, especially if we see some crazy prices from Bitcoin. People are predicting 1 million Bitcoin, 500,000 Bitcoin. ARK Invest Cathie Wood says that Bitcoin will reach 500,000. I don't think she's saying that necessarily for this cycle, but she believes in the long-term fundamentals behind Bitcoin reaching those values, so especially when institutions and whales start getting involved. So Ethereum Classic's price can also see that. However, a lot of people in the crypto space want to make a quick 100x return, but that would involve you putting a lot of money in very speculative hype coins. What if that turns to rubbish? I think having a diversified portfolio, having an allocation towards Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the other rest of the crypto markets, altcoins, maybe a few small ones for speculative hype coins, is the better way to go forward, rather than putting all in trying to make a quick buck on a 100x type of altcoin, which may or may not 100x and possibly could turn to absolute. So just make sure you diversify your portfolio into, stocks, bonds, cryptos, all sorts of things, because cryptos are very, very volatile. Just make sure that when you do invest in cryptos, that yes, there is a lot of volatility, but be prepared to hold it for the long term. If we see Ethereum Classic's price reach $500 to $1,000 in the long term, maybe in the next bull cycle, that's a 10x. You'll have, if you put a certain proportion in it, you'll have that either way succeed in the future. So just make sure you have a diversified portfolio. But let's say you do the wrong thing and you allocate a lot of money to a hype coin, a speculative coin. So we're not talking about the good blockchain technology, Ethereum Classics, Ethereums, the Cardanos. We're talking about the tokens that don't actually have a use case yet, or maybe are going there but don't have one yet. What are you going to do if the bull market ends? Tokens turn to absolute rubbish. Now, I'm not going to say that you can't make money in a bull market in tokens. Yes, you absolutely can, but they are very risky. They're ridiculously risky, and they're very speculative. Now, if a bull market isn't there, then no one's speculating on a token that doesn't have a use case. People are looking at buying the use case coins like Ethereum or Cardano or Ethereum Classic or XRP, those sorts of ones with the legitimate blockchains behind them, because then they know after the bear market, those coins are guaranteed to go up in the next bull cycle. Because if you put it into a speculative token, and the bull market is ended, maybe it won't end up going to the upside in the next bull market, because maybe there's another token that's talked about. Do you see what I mean? So let's go back to Ethereum Classic. My point is that I think Ethereum Classic is a solid investment. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion. I think it's a great investment because of the fundamental support it has from IOHK, and also the fact that they address their problems. So I just want to go back into this article to show you why I'm bullish on Ethereum Classic. So yes, it's a cheaper way to buy, something that has the same features as Ethereum, as I mentioned. So the initial rift that happened between Ethereum and Ethereum Classic was because of the security concerns. Ethereum Classic had a lot of people hacking into its system, and it was severely compromised. People basically lost confidence. Hackers had gained control over 4 days, 51% of the blockchain addresses. So to address this, they have hired a law firm and a crypto intelligence company, and they've sort of tried to calm the situation. Now, this has also been helped further by the fact that they have used another algorithm called KCheck 256, which has helped increase the security. It's faster, it's more efficient. Now, I really want to say that Ethereum Classic has really addressed its security concerns. Just 3 hours ago on their Twitter, they said that more than half of all Ethereum Classic that can exist has already been mined. I'm going to quickly explain this example in terms of Bitcoins based on this Investopedia example. So a blockchain is a chain of blocks. Makes sense. Blocks, chain, connect. Okay. So they're bundles of data that record all completed transactions during a given period. For Bitcoin, a new block is generated every 10 minutes. Once a block is finalized, or let's call it mined, it cannot be altered, since a fraudulent version of the public ledger would quickly be spotted and rejected by the network's users. So the fact that half of the supply of Ethereum Classic is mined means that it is a way more secure platform. A fraudulent version will be rejected, so less chance of hackers screwing it up again, basically. So that is some great news that we've seen. Also, we've seen some upgrades. They've got ECIP 1103, which is actually something that took place recently. They had a meeting regarding this upgrade, which is the Magneto and protocol upgrades. They talk about this is to reprice the gas cost increases of gas costs when used for the first time in a transaction. I'm not going to go into the complete technicalities, but their rationale is what's important. They've got interoperability, which establishes and maintains interoperable behavior between Ethereum clients, which is essential for, end user adoption, and yielding benefits for all participating chains, so Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So the interoperability is being addressed, and they are also addressing immutability. So yeah, the update call for this took place on 21st May, so there's some great things happening there. So this has also been talked about on their Twitter. Ethereum Classic will undergo ECIP 1103 Magneto, a network upgrade that contains a series of EIPs from Ethereum's Berlin upgrade with critical security enhancements important for the network. Again, addressing the security concerns that they had way back when. So I think this is why it's a good time to get involved in Ethereum Classic, because you're buying Ethereum for cheaper, essentially, That's what I think. Anyway, and then we also have Mantis IO, which, as I have mentioned in my previous video, linked in the bio, IOHK, which is run by Charles Hoskinson, my favorite, my homie. They have including now an improved fast sync stability, raised conditions for best known block, and increased testing coverage of the Ethereum test suite. By the way, in case you guys don't know, Mantis is a fully featured client and wallet developed from the ground up for the Ethereum Classic network, written in Scala, created by IOHK. And you know how Charles Hoskinson for Cardano has such an academic, peer-reviewed approach where there's lots of code written and tested and reviewed by academics and cryptographers around the world. Well, the whole coder's law emphasis is also there in Ethereum Classic. It's even on their website. So this collaboration with Mantis.io is such a aligned collaboration in terms of what they believe in, with the whole code is law principle. So it's great to see that there is a new version of that. Also, 17 hours ago, they just mentioned that there's a slight correction. Magneto activation block will take place, and that will take place July 21st, 2021. So I think, I'm not sure what the correction is. I think it's regarding maybe the date that it will take place. I'm not too sure. So yeah, and that is, again, the protocol I talked about earlier about what they're trying to improve, the interoperability and the immutability. So yeah, I'm really excited for Ethereum Classic. I like that, the initial problems that separated Ethereum and Ethereum Classic were the security reasons. And if Ethereum Classic has fixed those or is in the process of fixing those, then, it's like buying a cheaper Ethereum, at least in my opinion. Anyway, what do you guys think of this video? If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button below. It really would help me. I don't know why I spoke so quickly in this video. Have you guys noticed? Compared to my other videos, I just was like, ooh, I don't know what's happening. I had 2 coffees. That's probably why. And I had them quite late in the day. It's like 8 p.m. UK time. So yeah. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my Patreon. I would really, really appreciate the support. And as you can tell, I'm very passionate about cryptos and stock markets. So it'd be great for you to join, and you will get lots and lots of content on there. So yeah, and also I have a link below down for WEBULL where you can get 2 free stocks priced up to, I think they changed it. It was like $1,600 and now it's like $2,000. Check it out. But it's a great deal to get 2 free stocks when you sign up using my link and you deposit your first $100. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.